Hey, Brian.
Hi, Keith.
How are you?
I'm doing good. But I'd be doing better if I had a glass of DaMa Chardonnay.
DaMa Chardonnay.
DaMa 2006 Chardonnay is what we're going to be tasting today.
Cool. Oh, first, I'm Keith.
And I'm Brian.
And this is DenverWineGuy.com. Thanks for joining us today. A little Chardonnay. This is kind of unlike us. We don't drink Chardonnay much. No, what are you going to say? I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Forget it. You already interrupted me.
Oh, come on, tell me.
No, I always want to say, and we're your Denver wine guys.
We're Denver Wine Guys.
But it's got the plural, but I want to throw people off by saying...
We're the Denver Wine Guys. Right now, the website name is DenverWineGuy.com. And we're getting ready we're going to change it over to DenverWineGuys.com. Both will always be in place, but yeah, we're the Denver Wine Guys. That's what we are. We're two people. Plural is good.
That want to give you good advice.
Want to and will, and we'll always be opinionated. And we're not here to. We're not going to slam wine. We're not going to slam the wine where you're.
Well, I'm going to slam it if it sucks.
Well, yeah, but they probably won't see that show. Well, unless we're going to do a show one of these days. It's going to be 10 wines in 3 minutes. That's going to be a show, and all the wines will probably be like $5 to $7. But today, this is not $5 to $7.
How much is this one, Keith?
It's just under 20. So I think you go to the website. You can DaMaWines.com and find it on there to buy for the 18 to 20 mark. What are you looking at? The color?
I'm looking at the color, and you know what I'm seeing?
What?
Locked chlorophyll.
Explain that.
For the viewers, we need a white piece of paper or a white backdrop so that you can see this. So,
what do you think of this picture on the front with the gal in the old bathing suit style? It's kind of that's kind of cool.
Is it cool?
Yeah, I like it.
Is that Dawn?
It's like something from the
Mary,
40s or 50s.
If it's anybody, it's one of their moms. Like maybe Dawn's mom or Mary's mom, but it's not either one of them, that's for sure, because they weren't around back then.
This
so the color
it's got locked chlorophyll, so I see subtle hints of green in the color of the wine.
Yeah.
So you need a white background, and Keith's shirt's not quite white, but you can see that color.
Got a piece of paper over here.
Is a darker color.
It may not show on camera. You want to try?
Yeah, it may not show on camera, but just trust me when I say, if you look at the color of it, there's a subtle hint of green to it, which will tell you that if it's got chlorophyll in the wine, that the wine has either been harvested in cool climates or that they have not used sulfur dioxide in the wines.
So the question is it a bad thing if somebody sees it? I mean, you're kind of saying, hey, if you see it, don't be turned off by it necessarily.
Don't be turned off by it.
Right.
It could also be an indication that the wine was harvested too early, but you don't know that until you actually taste it, and neither one of us have.
We never tasted this wine, so looking forward to it. But this is I think our first Chardonnay we've done on.
Is it our first?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Butterscotch. I'm getting butterscotch in the nose.
Butterscotch?
Again, I haven't tasted this yet, but I'm smelling.
You get a little bit of that.
It's coming across by color and smell.
Well, yeah.
Like it's an older wine, but it's only an 06. So
definitely get that classic apple tone on the nose with that. I do get that butterscotch.
Have you tasted this yet?
No, not yet.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
You like Chardonnay?
You know what? I love wine. I love wine. And fortunately for us on this show, and maybe we should do this at some time. Is show wines that are just ordinary everyday wines, but why? Because they're not that exciting.
Right.
So for those of you who are saying, oh, it's that guy again. He's always excited about these wines. Well, we're always tasting high quality wines.
Yeah.
This DaMa Chard.
Yeah.
I'm really.
Do you compare it to now? Brian's a big French Burgundy fan. I know Brian. He loves that that region of the world, and he appreciates that French wine. I mean, you do.
Well, with that said, this is not a French
Okay.
Chard.
All right.
Not at all.
Okay.
In its own right, it's New World.
I like how you picked up that butterscotch thing. That's like good job. That's yeah.
Because it's subtle, but it's
It is.
there.
It's there.
Yeah.
Let me try.
It's I like this wine. There's a lot going on. It's a rich, full-bodied Chardonnay. It's not your lean style of Chard or over oat style of Chardonnay.
Right. It's not fat.
But it's creamy. It's got viscosity.
It does.
Yeah.
It doesn't carry a ton of acid to it. There is some acidity to it, which good Chardonnay should always have good base of acidity. Wow. And the butterscotch definitely comes through. It's that butterscotch that you get, those little butterscotch candy things. You get in the yellow. I'm not sure if it's Brock's, but
yeah, that's where I was going with it. It's like this is a show we've done before.
No, it's not
We're
Brock's.
talking Brock candy.
No, this is the kind of you usually get. I'm thinking like when you walk out of a restaurant, sometimes they have a butterscotch thing, but it's definitely the one with the yellow wrapper. I don't know the name of it, but yellow shiny wrapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, butterscotch.
Yellow-orange wrapper.
We'll get back to you, or if you know that, email us and tell us which one we're talking about. But
and you usually do.
Exactly. So I'm gonna rate it. How's that?
Let's do it.
Is that okay? First off, I say get it.
Price.
18 to 20.
18 to 20.
Yeah. And you have to go online to buy it. I mean, unless you're in Washington State, Oregon, Idaho, or Montana. I think maybe California has it a little bit, but 18 to 20 bucks online at DaMaWines.com. So I'm gonna, I'll say,
I've got mine.
do you?
Yeah. You need a minute while I tell everybody what I think?
Go ahead.
You know what? I'm going to give this 91.
Are you?
I am. I really like the Chard.
Yeah.
And,
It is really good.
And keep in mind, Keith just got through just explaining this whole thing about Burgundian style wines is what I prefer. This is not
He loves
that.
French wines.
This is not that. But for those New World lovers, you're going to enjoy this.
It is, and there is that. It's not California. It doesn't get like California. It doesn't scream California to me, which is, I don't think any Washington State wine does. I think most are, again, you've heard me. Most of the wines come from Washington State are classically more French style, and it has a little bit of that going on there. So I'm going to give it. There is a little bit of acidity and a little bit of a tannin thing going on. The butterscotch is a different twist. Throws a twist on it. But I'm going to say 90 points.
Wow, I'm surprised that you're going to give it that high.
Yeah?
I just kind of thought that I liked it so much you wouldn't. I just didn't think that you would like it as much as I do.
There's that line between 89 and 90, and it's like, this, I think it deserves 90 because it has, I love the way the structure, I love the way it finishes.
I do too,
It
but
doesn't leave me saying, oh, that's too much.
It's not your average or above average Chardonnay in that price point, which is why I threw the extra point on there,
Right.
the 91.
Yeah.
I think it's a little more than that.
Well, it's not a bad thing. 91 is good.
Hey,
And
90 points coming from you is a good thing too.
And again, it's DaMaWines.com.
And think that probably wraps up our show.
Is that it for the show today? This is our first Chardonnay that we've done on the show, and you know what?
And we broke in a good one.
It's a great bottle of wine. Go get it. This is Keith.
This is Brian.
And this is DenverWineGuy.com. Did we do that right?
That was at the beginning of the show.
It was.
This is the end of the show.
Denver Wine Guys. We're your Denver Wine Guys, and we appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time. And next time, who knows? We might be doing a keg of beer. You just never know what's going to happen. So
even though we're the wine guys, we can do spirits, beer, wine.
we can do it all.
Just tune in. Tune out.